Let's see what we can get ourselves into. Alrighty. Hopefully the servers aren't too shaky. I've already disconnected one time, so I'm not really too sure how long this is gonna last. I might end up not playing hardcore until they finish fixing up the servers. Stability's just so bad. Need to go do
Well, you certainly
do some strongholds. It's so laggy. Seems so laggy. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait till we get some piece of gear that that might be a little more useful. Let's see. Guess we can just start doing these strongholds, gain some levels. I'll end up having to do some of the quest line, but I'll probably do that off stream because I actually want to go through the quest. On my softcore, I didn't do that. I just kind of skipped everything. What's the next? Whenever the next Realm Walker is, I'll go and do that. That way I can get the opals for the XP boost. I should be able to do this, maybe. I don't know. Probably need to get like Cataclysm or something to clear the boss faster. We'll see what happens. So hopefully he doesn't lag me out. Ooh, that was scary. Let's climb on up. See how well this goes. This feels super laggy. Yeah, this might take too long. I might try to do this a little bit later. We'll see. Let's get to the boss at least. Throw on these pants. They don't need to kill these monsters. Whatever aspects I get that are good, I'll just go with that build. Hopefully I'll get the shockwave and everything that I usually use, but or blood boiling blood, whichever one it is. These are so annoying. I'm not looking forward to getting all the renown again over in Nahatu or whatever. That was super annoying. I didn't like getting all the statues or whatever they're called. They were all buggy at the beginning of when they first launched. Plus, they didn't even give it stats. They don't even give stats. Super strange to have 30 statues that just don't give you anything other than renown. You go through all that trouble just to get a little bit of renown. It'd be different if, like, every time you unlocked one statue, it gave you a ton of renown, but it gives you 10. It's like it was a express way to level your renown. Because it does take quite a bit longer than just doing Altars of Lilith in, like, one area. It's like doing altars in 3 areas. I might swap over to the pulverize that gives me a more overpowered damage. I just kind of like to have the damage reduction early on, to be honest. Come here. Let's go ahead and see, what do I want to get? I think I want to pick up some more yeah, let's go ahead and pick up our Cataclysm, because we can overpower with that. Should kill the boss. We'll see. It'll definitely help though. This is the only sucky part, is that you can use a basic skilled and it procs your provocation. That's so bad. Just wait until we get a nice overpower. There we go. This kind of helps make the build a little bit better to play. I wish they didn't nerf Cataclysm the way they did, because then it wouldn't be I don't know, it was an unreasonable nerf. It was nerfed for no reason whatsoever. It wasn't even powerful and they nerfed it. Might as well just wait it out for the next Cataclysm. There we go. That'll finish them off. Not too bad. A little annoying, but not too bad. Let's see, movement speed. We'll take that. We'll just keep those yellow boots. Go to the Hell Tide. I think that's what we'll do. see if there's... Oh, wait. What if there's anybody over here at the Realm Walker? They're going to have to revert that nerf to Scrolls of Escape, man. They're going to have to drop like crazy because there's so many DCs. I can already tell it's pretty laggy. What's this? Just a greed shrine. 2 greed shrine. There's probably no one over here doing this. I don't even know if I can do this. Is it even working? Doesn't seem to be actually working at this point in time. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go up to the Helltide. Must be bugging out or something. No one's here. Yeah, hardcore is pretty dead, man. It's kind of sucky. It was way better last season. There was plenty of people. Now, not so much. Granted, the game got a lot harder. Especially if you don't play the Spiritborn game, it's much more difficult. Well, there's somebody. Oh, he had enough, that's good. That'll help out, quite a bit. The good thing about hardcore, though, is that the economy is usually a lot better in hardcore. Everything's not so expensive. And there's a lot less RMT, if any at all. Like, most people aren't going to buy gear and then die with it. It's real money. I wish there was like a solo self-found mode in Diablo 4. Or just like a self-found, maybe not like a solo self-found, but just a self-found would be cool. You gotta be really careful in these events, man, and hardcore, just because people will run underneath you, end up killing you. I'll just always go to the tree. Oh, they hit another one? Okay, I guess I'll stay. Might as well get the XP. So I think I'm gonna build into my boulder build that I have, my hardcore version. Kind of like it. I think it'll work really well for this season for hardcore. Felt super tanky and softcore. Even when I got stunned or something, it really it never felt like I was gonna die. It's the only thing you gotta watch out for. That big AoE circle. Oh, nice. Okay. They seem to have a lot of hearts, so probably just chill here. Oh, what am I doing, bro? See, this is what happens when you play softcore all season and then you jump into hardcore. You make stupid mistakes like that, like run right into an explosive enemy without even thinking about it. It's not that big of a deal because I'm only level 20, but that still would suck. I fully expect, though, to fill up my graveyard. I highly doubt I will keep my one hardcore character this season. I don't know how many I'll make. We'll see how good, how well this goes. I think if I die one time to a disconnect, I'll probably not play hardcore for the rest of the season. Not unless I have a lot of stuff. I'll try to save my Tree Whispers caches and level up some alts when I hit level 60, just so I have a backup character. Go ahead and fill up the Cataclysm. I wish more people were doing the Realm Walker, man. Those seething opals help out a lot. Probably use a nice material seething opal early on. I might save my Cataclysm for when Blood Maiden spawns. Oh shit. See that one guy, that rogue kind of wrapped around on me. All right, nice. Let's see. Doesn't really matter what it is. I always to keep there we go. $170. I like to wait till I get all 400 to go do my stronghold to unlock my boons. I don't like to make multiple trips back and forth. Well, if I get lucky, and I get like a good shepherd's aspect with alpha, I can do wolves early on. That should be pretty useful. I think I can pick up shepherds from a dungeon though, if I remember correctly. Shepherds and alpha. I don't know about alpha. I'll have to look at my codex. Hey, what's up? How you doing? We're just starting hardcore for the season. Usually I start out in hardcore, but for this season I decided to go with softcore at first because of how unstable the servers were. They're still pretty bad though. I've already DC'd one time just before I started my stream up, so I'm not really sure if it's still good for me to do hardcore. I really don't feel like I'm dying multiple times just to DCs. Especially with the change that they made to Scrolls of Escape a couple seasons ago. so funny how dangerous the Blood Maiden is when you first start playing. I'll go ahead and put one in. No, I don't want to... I don't want anything, brother. I'm not sure I'll survive in hardcore. So... we're just testing it out. We're just seeing where we can get, because they just did an update, and they were saying PC client players were having issues with disconnects. So probably wouldn't try it if you were going to try it right now, but that's okay. It's not too exciting right now because we're starting a fresh character. They're never really that fun to watch in the beginning, especially on the Druid. Not a lot of options here. It's a lot of basic attacks, followed by single pulverizes. Oh, nice. That'll help out. And an Insatiable Fury, so that's actually pretty good. That's very useful. Very useful. Got pretty lucky there. Now we just need to get a few decent aspects and we're good. Alright. I'm gonna head on over. Oh, that's right. I favored it. I don't know about always. Sometimes it looks pretty rough. Oh, no problem, Josh. No problem. I appreciate your support, brother. I enjoy making the builds, man. The builds are a lot of fun for me. Let's see. What do we want? What do we need? I guess you can't go wrong with gauntlets. So can't go wrong with gauntlets. See if any of these will be better than what we currently have. Better helmet there. Better pants. Anything that gives us more armor and more resistances. I really don't want to lose the movement speed, though. I really don't. Because Druid is already slow enough as it is in the early game. But then they go and give me something like that. Okay.
How can I help?
Got a legendary. 2 of them. That's good. Let's see. And barrier. Honestly, they're both not really that great because I don't need these aspects. But I will say that plus 43 armor sounds awfully good right now. So we'll keep that. Let's use our final. We'll just keep going to heightened senses for the damage reduction, and we'll come back up here for Cataclysm, go for more HP. Let's see. Lots of pathways we could go with our skill points. Oh, there's another person here already. I'm actually getting pretty lucky here to have a few people around in hardcore just to be able to get some XP from doing Blood Maiden, as well as some items. No, I don't want anything, brother. I don't want. I really. A big reason why I stopped streaming on Twitch is because of the solicitation. So I really don't want your help. I appreciate it, but I don't want it. Oh. Better start going to open up some chests in a second. I don't want to lose any of these cinders, man. Probably after this one I'll go open up chests. So for your gear, Josh, when you're climbing through your torment, right? You're looking for gear pieces, obviously, that you need for your build, but you know, you're just trying to reach those armor and resistance caps. Like every single torment gives you like a penalty of 250 armor and 25% resistances, and that's all you're trying to do. I would recommend getting that first, and then picking up damage. It's probably the easiest way to do it for a new player. That way you're not dying so often, if your gameplay experience will be so much worse if you're constantly dying than if you might kill things slower, but you're not dying, so you'll probably end up being faster in the long run. So work on getting your armor cap, work on getting your resistance caps, and then after that build into damage. Goes the same thing for your Paragon board. Like when you're doing your Paragon board, work on unlocking your glyph, getting enough points in to unlock your glyph bonuses. At least for the level 15 bonus, and then everything else is just go for survivability. And then after you get your armor and res capped out, oh, we got a guy died here. Then you can work on your damage again. That's the easiest way I've found to do it. Like, that's the easiest way. Especially now with the changes. Now, if you're playing Softcore and Spiritborn, I actually have an alt Spiritborn, and my god, that thing is super easy. You don't have to worry about armor or resistances. You just kill things so fast. Almost died there myself. I mean, you still have to worry about it, but, you do so much damage. There's so many things that you have at your disposal. You don't have to worry too much. Alright, I'm not sticking around here any longer. Let's go open up some chests. I might run out of time if I don't. And I definitely am not going to deal with the Hellborn here either. So when that guy spawns, I'll probably just bolt. I'm not really gonna chance it. They're so tanky at first. Why am I stuck here? Yep, bye-bye. Ain't got time for that guy. It's funny they give us access to the Undercity so early. I wish they would give us Infernal Horde early too, like we had in had last season. So nice to have that Infernal Horde option in low tiers. Made leveling so fast. Well, that sucks. Just blue. I have no idea how to respond to that person. Hello, how are you, good boy? Don't be tired. I'm playing the game on my phone, and how much is it? That's a very strange statement and question. I don't. That's. Okay. Not very rewarding, these early chests, man. They were a lot better last season. At least the XP's good, though. Should not have used that. There we go. A lot of elites. I just need one good offensive aspect, and I think it'll make everything so much easier. Nice. Okay. 2 more chests. Then we'll go adjust our gear and see if we can't go back and see if they're still farming Blood Maiden. Okay, now maybe we can get out of here. Yeah, that's nice. Got some damage reduction. We are not using Shred, but that's fine. We'll take all of those. Well, I'm lagging. Let's see, what weapon? This polearm seems to be the best choice we have. Yeah, that's good. Go pick up this chest. So choppy. I might go pick up like Quicksand and then Umbral. I think it'll just make it so much easier. Ursine Horror. Let's go back over here and see if they're still farming the Blood Maiden. What's this? I don't know what that is. Never done this event, I think. Oh yeah, I did this early on. You just gotta score more points, I guess. Good old overpower Cataclysm. He's come to pay me a visit. No, I'm lagging. Nope, there it is. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, this is a terrible idea, I think. It's probably one of the worst ideas I've had in a while. This season has been so bad in terms of like serviceability, lagginess. I've never had this issue before. Now it's just overwhelming at times. Not even sure. I'm not even sure I'll be able to play hardcore this season like that. It's just too much of a time investment. Like with your glyph leveling and everything, just losing a character would feel so bad. I'm gonna stay back, kind of let them do their thing there. This is where we need the Spiritborn to come in. And just one-shot her. We'll wait the extra time so we can overpower our Cataclysm. It's about the only thing we have to offer here. The only problem is when they do come over here, it's really hard to see. Hello, my son. You're gonna take my headset off. I'll answer your question in just 1 second. Ooh. No way. There we go. Not the most exciting thing to watch there, but at least I didn't die. Yeah, so Stone Burst is a pretty trash skill. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it was poorly designed. Like making it a channeling skill, and then its best aspect makes it where you basically don't channel the skill whatsoever, and then you don't lose the channeling tag, so you can't overpower with it. And overall, like, even its chance to another issue with it is, like, its chance to cast twice. It basically just casts two of them at the same time, but they're side by side, so you don't really get any benefit of it casting twice. It's really bad. Like, it's awful. I mean, I don't even know how they... I'm not even sure how that one got passed. I don't know if they understand, like... I don't know. It's hard to say, like, what they're thinking about when they're doing stuff, because they don't really... There's not like a whole lot of transparency, but yeah, that one's awful, and it makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. So yeah, not sure what's going on there, but it has some utility. But the problem is even the utility is clunky, because you have to cast it and you have to charge it, right? So, like, you could use it to get the shattered defenses, which is fine, right? Well, like, for Druid, you could use skills like Lightning Storm. That's fine, because a lot of the Storm skills don't have a lot of good multipliers outside of, like, Retaliation. But the problem is you have to charge it, and it takes like a second to charge it, so it can feel really clunky. And it only lasts 5 seconds, so you're sitting there charging it for like a second, maybe a second and a half, letting it go, and then you're trying to get your damage out on the enemies, and you do that every 5 seconds, and it's really annoying, because it's like you have to jump through all these hoops to deal, like, not even, you know, significant amounts of damage. Well, there's no unique weapon, but they do have a totem, which is, I guess, technically a weapon in a way, because it gives you damage. But even the totem, this is the design of the skill is bad. It's really bad. One, it's really it's clunky until you get all the aspects for it, and then even after you get all the aspects for it, it's just cluttery. It clutters your screen up a lot. Hides a lot of different damage over time effects on the ground, like a lot of exploding puddles, things like that. So that's really annoying too. And then on top of that, like I said, you know, it's built as a channeling skill, which means it can't overpower, which is a big part of the damage for most classes, if not all classes, being able to overpower. So you lose the ability to overpower, and then you're just spamming it, which, you know, again, like I said, I have no idea what they were doing when they decided to make that skill. Sorry, my son is screaming at me. Come here, my boy. Let me see him. Come here. I love you. Mwah. Go behave. It's gonna get hot in here. I'd prefer it not to be closed. We'll just get rid of that. We don't really need that. Yeah, but I think that's a lot. I think Barbarian was probably the only class to get like a really good second, not second, but brand new skill. Seems like their brand new skill is very good. I'm not sure about the other classes, but yeah, Druids is absolute hot trash. Hot dog water, garbagey trash. And unfortunately, what they seem to do is, instead of like actually think about what they're doing in terms of making a skill or balancing things out, what they typically do is just add a bunch of damage for no apparent reason, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's fixed," and you know, people won't complain if it like starts deleting packs of enemies. Suddenly, it's a good skill, but truthfully, the design of the skill makes absolutely no sense. It wouldn't matter how much damage they added to it, it still doesn't make any sense. And it's very boring, because it puts you, you know, you have to stand still to cast it, so. Well, Shred is actually pretty good this season. It's not the best build for Druid this season, but it can, even with my Shred build I've cleared tier 90 pit pretty easily. And I'll probably be able to clear up to potentially like in the high 90s, possibly 100, but I don't want to say that would be possible. That would probably take perfect gear, and I don't think I'll even farm perfect gear for any of my builds this season. But Shred's actually pretty good. You can do all of the content, and if you don't really care about pit pushing, then you should have a lot of fun on that. Wolves is pretty good. Wolves is also basically a Shred build, but you use your Wolves. You just spam your Wolves active skill, and it does a ton of damage. So you can scale into the high tier pits. I wouldn't recommend it for hardcore, because it can be a bit squishy. Sorry. But, yeah, Wolves is a pretty decent build for softcore. I just think if you used it in hardcore, you'd die in the higher tier content. You're not too slow because you're using Shred for mobility, which makes it a lot better. But yeah, a lot of the different builds outside of that, even Boulder Cane, even though you're moving around, it's still kind of slow. Because you don't have that instant teleportation, right? That's what... that's what's so good about Spiritborn, is you just have all this... You know, you basically teleport around the battlefield. You don't have to worry about being... even if your movement speed is low, you can still move at a pretty decent pace. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do with all the other classes. It seems like they're going to have to do like an entire class rework for basically everything. Granted, they will be nerfing and buff. They will be nerfing Spiritborn. They will be bug fixing Spiritborn. The only problem is it's really hard to say what needs to be nerfed, because there's so many damn bugs that are causing like tons of double dipping, triple dipping, quadruple dipping into their damage and stuff. It's really hard to balance a class when you don't actually know what needs to be balanced. That is one of the unfortunate parts. One unfortunate thing about them is they're pretty slow on like balancing, if they even balance at all. It took them like a whole year. Yeah, even basic skills teleporting, I know. I've been playing around with my Spiritborn alt just because I want to review the season. And it's definitely... I know they said they put a lot of effort into it, but for me, it just feels like they just gave it everything. And that's not really much effort whatsoever. Like, it doesn't take much thought to give everything to a class. Like, tons of damage, tons of mobility, tons of survivability. That doesn't really take effort. It's not really a good design, in my opinion. I'm all for extra mobility, but, you know, it is what it is. It's their game, so I enjoy it. I find it to be really lazy, in my opinion. I know a lot of people hyping it and everybody's playing it, but I find it to be very lazy. It doesn't take, like I said, it doesn't take much effort to just give a class every single thing. I mean, they even gave it its own mythic item. That's super weird. Like, every class is... mythics are supposed to be a general item, right? Not something... And then no one really uses it because of the Kepaleka and it's, like, broken or whatever. I don't know all the bugs and how they... The intricacies of the bugs and stuff, but... I definitely think they've kind of put themselves in a very weird position. Because, like, truthfully, the Spiritborn is not even... Like, the game is not balanced for that class. The game is balanced more for, like, the base classes. Like, tier 150 pit wasn't even supposed to be possible. Not even close to possible. Like, getting to tier 100 was supposed to be difficult. And then, if even, you know... It was supposed to be more like tier 200 pit, basically. But, then they added 50 more tiers, and... You already see a lot of builds still clearing tier 100 and above. Pretty much every class, even Druid being the weakest class, is clearing tier 100 and above. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That's way too much. That's way too much work. I don't think they're gonna do that. I would not bet that they would do that. I mean, it took them forever just to redo the unique items, and a lot of them were done poorly, and they need to redo them again. So I really don't foresee them doing going and doing it, basically balancing all the class. I don't see them doing that again. Maybe for the next expansion, but then we'll probably have a whole nother class, and that class will be ridiculously overpowered. Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully we'll get something. We'll see what they do on the mid-season. I highly doubt they're going to nerf anything or fix any bugs. Especially because everybody's pretty much invested all their time into the Spiritborn. It's like everybody plays the Spiritborn. It would be much easier just to balance one class than to basically retool every class. But they, like, you know, they're still going to run into that issue where Spiritborn just has so much mobility. And, you know, they would basically have to nerf the class damage into the ground and make it where it's just terrible, which they're not going to do because that would be pointless. But I do suspect, like, it'll be probably everybody's favorite class for a very long time. especially with their track record with Barbarian. Barbarian took them a year, more than a year, to finally address. That thing was the best build, best class in the game for pretty much the whole time the game's been out almost. But that's why, just, you know, some people, it's fine though. Some people like to chase the meta. I personally don't chase. I find if a class is too powerful, it gets boring because you can do everything so easily. And then there's really no challenge in it. It's just, you might as well at that point have a class with a button that you press and it deletes the screen. And you just press that one button and it deletes the whole screen. No update on anything in terms of patch notes. That's probably not gonna. I'll know as soon as you know. And that's because they'll put out a, you know, they'll post about it, or, you know. But I would say, you know, it's fairly early in the season. Maybe in a couple more weeks, probably a couple more weeks, they'll go ahead and patch it out. I think with the delay on Path of Exile also, like the Path of Exile being delayed by 3 weeks, that means they'll probably, I don't know, they might actually spend more time trying to put out a pretty decent patch. Most people were gonna, like, the game would be dead when Path of Exile 2 early access comes out, so it wouldn't even matter what they did for the mid-season. Like, the game would probably be completely dead. I mean, yeah, it's not that the class is exciting. The problem is that it's so powerful that you don't have to, you know, if you find a decent build, which there are obviously a ton of them, every single content creator except for like smaller creators, we're definitely swapping over to the Spiritborn to try to get as many, you know, views out of their videos as they could. So there are a boatload of Spiritborn builds out there, and, you know, obviously the best stuff has been found, and people are doing quintillion amounts of damage, so I don't imagine you could have a whole bunch of fun. Like, it would be okay for like a week maybe, if that, but then it would be like playing a game with all the cheats enabled, right? It's like you're not really getting that experience out of it that you would if you were actually, you know, kind of earning what you were trying to obtain. That's good. Let's see if there are people over here. No, rabies isn't viable, man. Unfortunately, bro. It's just the way that poison damage scales. It's just the way the poison damage scales, unfortunately. It's just not good. They're going to have to rework how they scale poison damage. The funny thing is whatever they did with... oh, is this still bugged? Whatever they did with the Calm Breeze aspect to scale that poison damage works amazing. And you can actually make a pretty decent build. The problem is like Wind Shear is such a crappy skill. No one likes using it. It's an abomination that it was ever a top build in any season. Like, it should have never been a top build. That's unfortunate. It seems like what they do with Druid. Like Hurricane this season, for some reason they are infatuated with Hurricane. One of the most boring skills we have. Just a wind hula hoop around your waist that makes barely any sound and does, you know, has nothing cool about it, but it does a ton of damage because they buffed it 50 million times, and now you can snapshot overpowers into it, and it's just absolutely dumb. But Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're gonna do to make poison actually scalable for the Druid. But whatever they did with wind shear was actually nice. They just need to do that with rabies. There was going to be like a rabies build with singing bear, but then they nerfed that pretty hard. Like pretty significant nerfs there. This thing is way too tanky. I don't know. I'll just wait for my overpower. I was still tempted to try out the singing bear build, but then I can't stand that build either. I have another character I'm leveling up. I'm kind of wondering if I'm not sure if I'm going to do Lightning Storm or if I'm going to do Stormclaw. I'm kind of leaning towards Stormclaw because I make a Stormclaw build every season, even if it's bad. But I just enjoy making the build so much. It's like the first build video I made was a Stormclaw build. And there are a lot of players who really enjoy that setup, and I wonder if I can make it work. I'm sure I can do something with it. Alright, we got through that. I just want some opals, man. I just want to get a couple opals. Get that XP boost, bonus. Why is it so laggy, man? Unfortunately, Lacerate will still not be used. If I'm going to use anything, it's going to be Petrify. I was thinking about Cataclysm, but Petrify is just so... It's always been the best Druid ultimate. Unfortunately, like, it's never going to... It doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon. They decided that Cataclysm was too powerful last season, so they nerfed it for no reason whatsoever, and now we're basically stuck with Petrify all over again. Not that Cataclysm doesn't have, with the Milnick ring, you can still do quite a bit of damage because you get that big multiplier, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be Petrify giving you the most. So I'll probably use Petrify. I'm not sure how I'm gonna build it though. If I'll go basic attack more, or if I'll lean more towards the basic attack setup, or if I just go straight into like we'll do equipment. I think we need some we need aspects. I'm not sure if I'll go into the basic attack way or if I'll just go straight into like lucky hit proccing overcharge. I usually do overcharge because it always seems to end up better, but with some of the changes they made to the Crone Staff and the chance to double hit with Storm Strike, I think there's an opportunity to make a really nice Stormclaw build. I've gotten pretty lucky with a lot of my drops for werewolf builds. I have like 4 GA Tempest Roars. I don't know why the game gave me 4 GAs Tempest Roars, but it did. Hey, what's up, Johnny? We are cruising through some hardcore, trying our best not to die while getting massive lag and potentially DC. I haven't played any hardcore this season because of the server instability, but I figured let's go ahead and give it a shot. See what we can do. So far, so good. You know, right now we have the XP buff, so I thought that'd be the best time to do it. The spike ring? I'm not sure what you're... What's the spike ring, bro? Yeah, these I hope they buff up all of these chests, man. These chests in the dungeon are pretty terrible. It's like there's no reason to even do any of these like these little portals and stuff. You just run to the end. Every time I do one of the portals, it doesn't really give me anything. I still like the opals though. Opals are really good. Kind of run around for a second until my cataclysm is off cooldown. There we go. That overpower is so nice. I'm honestly not even sure why Cataclysm is 60-second cooldown, man. Such a long cooldown. Let's see. More armor, we'll take it. Yeah, we're not getting lucky with our aspects, but that's okay. Don't really need amulets, but let's go break this stuff down and pick that up.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
I'm trying to do my pulverized leveling build, but I haven't gotten lucky with a shockwave aspect yet. So I'll probably end up grabbing up something that, you know, that'll work decently. I got 2 trample slide. That's actually pretty good.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
Let's go finish unlocking our spirit boons. I might swap into landslide just for the trample slide. Oh, the Starless Skies. You have to kill bosses. Kill tormented bosses, and you have a chance to get a mythic unique drop. Let's go. I think we'll just go crit chance for right now. Yeah, just go farm up tormented bosses. Go get you do the Realm Walker event, right? Do that event, and then from doing the Realm Walker event, get the Seething Opal that gives you boss materials, and keep that on all the time, and just do content, and you'll get tons of boss materials, and then just go kill tormented bosses. You'll eventually get one. They're not hard. Like, if you get unlucky, you can craft them at the jeweler. Go to the mythic page, like the rune page. You can use different runes. It's over here. Yeah, triple slide is still fun. It just, yeah, it's not really that viable. Well, I'm sure I could make it work, honestly. You can get lots of cooldown. Oh, there's no one here. I don't think I want to do this by myself. Just have to wait for my cataclysm to come up. Right now, if I just, I think if I can find Hectic, get that cooldown, I'll probably make an attack speed build just so I can cast my Cataclysm faster. There we go. Wait a second, there's a treasure goblin here. If I can get boiling blood and shockwave, doesn't really matter at what value, just having those two would be really nice. I'll just wait the 4 seconds, man. There we go. Come on, die. There we go. All done. This is probably not the fastest way to level, but I'd rather get these seething opals anyway. Let's go with wild impulses. Just run through this stuff. There's really no point. It seems to be just all the new content that causes all the lag. I noticed there were a couple there are a couple pit maps, like all the new pit maps. There are a couple of them that really cause a lot of lag. I'll DC for sure on them. If I'm gonna DC, it'll be on those specific maps. So choppy. We'll do materials then. Well, right now we have this blast wave, so God, this would be so much easier with boiling blood. Hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, brother? Now we'll kill everything really fast. Oh, they brought back the treasure bags. Nice. I didn't look at the update for the event, so Not exactly sure what all they brought back in. I might actually go back to softcore to farm up some items because I need a lot of gear for my characters. Just have to wait another 30 seconds. Wait another 30 seconds. And then we'll be able to do damage. Okay, there we go. That would have really sucked if I had used a basic attack or something. Let's go back over here. Maybe we'll get something out of the rewards. Check and see if we have anything useful in terms of our aspects. Oh, we got Hectic. That's actually pretty good. That'll help cool down our Cataclysm. We'll go ahead and use that too. I'm not really getting much use out of this Insatiable Fury, and I definitely would like to have the extra armor. Just go ahead and trash it. Oh, nice. Skinwalker too. That's really good. We'll lose a little bit of armor, but having Skinwalker is going to be really useful.
The forge is ready. Whatever.
A report. My brothers and sisters speak highly of you on the
All right. Let me see what I have in the occultist real fast for the weapon. Yeah, nothing I really want to use.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
What are my materials looking like? I think I'll wait. Let's see. Let's go and see if they're doing some more Blood Maiden. go. Try to build up our provocation real quick. Just keep swinging to cool it down. Now we don't have to wait so long. See, cinders and demon slaying. Oh, there we go. Shockwave. And we got a max companion. That's awesome. Okay. Let's go break that down and put that on our weapon. Let me look at my codex too, real quick. I think it's just boiling blood. Blood boiling. Okay, yeah, you can only unlock it with a Delphi for Ursine Horror. Go ahead and pin that on the map. All right, so that should speed things up a little bit. So expensive though, jeez. Oh well, it'll speed things up some. We'll just have to be careful how many times we swap out for our weapon. Now I just need to get Ursine Horror, Umbral. No, I'll get Starlight, I think. Yeah, it's so much better. Look at that. So much better. Yeah, let me go pick up... Just gonna go pick up a chest, then I'll go unlock First Sign Horror, Quicksand, Umbral, and then we should be cooking. It's like 3 dungeons. I did pin it, right? I know, I thought I pinned it. I know it's down here somewhere. There we go. I wish they would just turn all of the dungeons into nightmare dungeons. I don't know why we need to have a key, like a sigil. They should just all be nightmare dungeons. There's really no need to have this, like, sigil thing. They should do the same thing with Infernal Horde. There's no need to have, like, a Infernal Horde key. You should just be able to select, like, whatever Infernal Horde you want to run. They nerfed it down in the rewards, so I don't know. I just don't feel like you should need all these keys. It's only like a stopgap for early game anyway, because when you get into the late game, it doesn't even matter. You get so many, which is kind of, you know, makes it kind of pointless to cost anything, because it just makes your early game so slow. I don't really want to do an event right now. I just want to get this aspect. You know, one of the things that they really messed up on was the ancestral item aspects that scale past the standard aspect level. Like, what they should have done was, instead of those aspects being able to drop any percentage of that specific aspect, like, they should have just been the brand, like, whatever the highest value was. So, like, when you get an ancestral item, if the aspect is, like, something you actually need, it should have to drop within that range, that higher range of aspect, instead of being able to go from, like, the lowest to the highest. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. It sounded like a hot mess, what I just said, honestly. Probably should have got Umbral first. I'll go for Umbral next. Yeah, basically, right? Like, say, like, you have an aspect, it gives you, standard aspect gives you 10 to 20%, right? So then you get the ancestral item, that GA ancestral item, and it goes up to 25%. So, you know, instead of it dropping from 10 to 25%, the ancestral item would drop from 20 to 25% or 21 to 25%. That way, every time you got an ancestral item, you would either get you would have a higher chance to get an upgrade. The way they currently have it, with it being able to drop the absolute lowest value, it just makes it almost impossible to max out your aspects. Like, I have no maxed aspects on any of my softcore characters. It's zero. Like, none of them have max aspects. And I would have to probably trade to get them, you know, and that's the issue, is that if they would just change that small thing where you could just get from, like, whatever the highest value, the new highest value of item power 800 gear ancestral item is, right? Whether it be 30 to 40 or whatever, that it should only drop from like 31 to 40% when you get those ancestral items. It would make it so much easier to max out your stuff and you wouldn't have any issue. Yeah, see, here we go. I got a weapon. I got a weapon to replace the one I have. Because right now, people just, I mean, unless you're trading, you're probably not running around with max aspects. Man, I really don't want to use up all my Baleful fragments, but I kind of need to.
Good business and fortune to you. You can still use these.
I need to put Ursine Horror on here. That kind of sucks. Oh, it's not that bad. I can do that. Alright, let's go get Quicksand and Umbral. It's a utility. That's right. A utility, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Let's pin that bad boy. Umbral's not going to work without Quicksand anyway, so oh, I got to do the... Well, that's good. I can do the Lodge, get a little bit more XP. Oh, it's so choppy, bro. It's so choppy. Have you been playing the expansion at all, Will? What's your in-game tag? I forget. Is it striated or...
Here's the hunting lodge. Where are the hunters?
going down? Let's go look at this porcupine. Porcupine. Okay. Up the ladder. Hop on the horse, beat him to it. Yeah, I just finished up my Spiritborn alt, so I'm trying that out right now. It's actually pretty crazy how much more powerful. Like I immediately cleared into tier 4 without any gear. It was weird. I had a Kepaleka and I just cleared Torment 4. Like it was nothing. I didn't even have any glyphs. I could clear tier 100 without glyphs. It was pretty crazy. How's Rogue right now? Are you playing the new skill with Rogue, or are you just playing a grenade build? What's up, my son? I know the grenade build's pretty popular, but I haven't really played Rogue, so. It's so funny, like, I'll have people, you know those people that come and post in my comment section on my videos, bro? There always has to be a person, and they're like, oh, my Spiritborn hits for trillions of damage. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. We know. We know your Spiritborn, everybody's Spiritborn does. It's not like you unlocked a specific thing that no one knows about. You're probably using a build that everyone else is using. It's like my Spiritborn. It's like, no, everybody's Spiritborn. Everybody's Spiritborn is hitting for trillions of damage. Dance with knives. That's pretty cool. I see a lot of that, man. I've actually, all the rogues that I've seen that have been running around have been, I think they're running around with Dance with Knives, where they're just tossing a bunch of knives and stuff. It seems like that's all I've seen. It could be wrong. I haven't seen a whole lot. I'm probably like the only druid I've seen. It's amazing what one aspect does with your ability to, like, farm. You just hit everything, kill everything so much faster. Oh, there it is. There it is. The disconnect. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're alive. Oh, let's see if we're alive, guys. Mind you, I have not gotten a single scroll of escape. Good old disconnect. It's gonna say, your character has. It's like, your character has died. Please hit the accept button. Oh, looks like we're not dead yet. I seen a Rain of Arrows video where they were like spamming Rain of Arrows and things were dying. Did they get rid of Scrolls of Escape? I guess they did. I didn't read that in the patch notes. Unfortunately, I have to come all the way back up here to do the Feral Den, though. They must have got rid of them and just teleport you when you die. if that's the case. Good on them. Now I have to go back through the patch. Oh, we got Hurricane. Bro, I hate Hurricane, though. I hate Hurricane with a passion. But it would probably be the easiest way to run around. Hurricane duration, Hurricane stacking. I can't. I cannot play that build. I can't play. I don't care how powerful Hurricane is. I can't play that build. It's just so annoying. Alright, back into the dungeon we go. That's actually pretty nice if they did go ahead and make it where you just teleport without a scroll of escape. I did not know that was implemented. I definitely did not have one, so. That's actually a really nice quality of life change for hardcore. Makes a big difference. You're not so worried about disconnecting all the time. Did you see that that match between Wadijo and Rob and DM and Barricade? They got beat pretty bad. I felt sad because I played the Druid and I would have loved to have done that. I was like, I could probably kill them all. Oh yeah, let me put on my potions. I forgot all about that. I think we're safe enough that I can swap out my my pulverized passive just to do more damage now. I think we are. Make sure that the runestone isn't back here. I don't feel like doing a lot of backtracking. Man, I'll have to level my Paragon all the way up too. I don't even know if I'll get level 300 Paragon this season. A lot of season left, though. I think I'll probably get it. Will I get it on both, though? I don't know. I just know I have to finish the quest on hardcore and get all the renown done, so that way I don't have to do it again next season. I don't want to have do all that, kind of start out my season slow. Okay, that's done. Now we need Umbral. Where's the closest? Oh yeah, that's right. It's like way far away. And then we should be good. So we should be able to spam our pulverize a lot easier while we're doing hell tides this way. Unfortunately, the umbral that you get is only like one spirit generation. It's still decent though. Let me just swap this over. I don't really think I need to go get stuff like might or whatever. That stuff isn't that big of a deal. Man, if they would just give me a boiling blood aspect, this would be light speed. I would be able to farm this stuff so fast. All right, brother. Peace out. Let's see where we at. Oh, what? Hey. Homeboy was hiding. I'd imagine everybody's gear farming, doing greed shrines or whatever. If that's still a thing, I'd have to... Yeah, this is my first hardcore character, brother. I started in softcore because of how unstable the servers were, and they're still pretty bad, but all of my characters have been softcore this season. Yeah, this is probably going to be my one and only hardcore character. Like, unless I decide to level alts after I get him to 60 and start getting him some Paragon. I do feel kind of bad because there's no hardcore druids though, so I feel like playing hardcore. Like representing the druid in hardcore, you know. Gotta do what we gotta do. But I have a landslide, a boulder cane, a wolves, a pulverize, shred build. All those characters are in softcore. My Spiritborn's also in softcore. It's always nice to waste your provocation on a basic attack. Hello, my son. Yeah, Boulder is really good, man. Boulder feels good, and it's easy to build into. Like, that's what I'm going to make this class, this character, a Boulder Druid. It's easy to build into, especially with trying to get a ancestral amulet that you can actually use, and tons of survivability, tons of damage. The only thing that sucks is the suppressor and waller enemies, but you know, it is what it is. Like, can't do anything about that. Okay, buddy. What are you talking about? Yeah, Pulverize needs a lot of buffs, man. I'm going to tell you, it's crazy because Pulverize is one of those builds that I feel like it would have to overpower like every single time you hit with it for it to even be competitive in the meta. The problem is that originally Pulverize was designed as an overpower skill, and getting overpower was actually quite difficult. But as the game has progressed, it's now getting overpowered super easy. So the fact that Pulverize was designed to be relatively low in damage compared to other skills because it could overpower so easily, you know, now it's like, well, everything overpowers and it has the damage, so Pulverize just ends up feeling really bad. They need to adjust it. I'm not exactly sure how they should do it, but either they need to make it where it can overpower pretty much 100% of the time, or they need to jump the damage up like crazy. Like, one or the other.
How can I help?
Yeah, I think with blood boiling, they need to just add like a multiplier to it. Honestly, I think it'd probably be the easiest thing they could do. But I still don't think that's enough. I think that again, the problem is with that is it's like everything else. It's a duration, right? You're waiting to overpower. You're constantly waiting to overpower, and it just at the end of the day, I'm just not. In my opinion, I think what the best thing they could do is instead of having all of these overpower mechanics set on some kind of weird conditional that you don't really get much of a benefit out of, like say Obsidian Slam, every 10th kill. That doesn't really work on bosses. Instead of it being that, Obsidian Slam should just give you a flat percentage increase to overpower. So whatever it currently is, add 10%, right? 10% chance to overpower. And then you would just basically stack it like crit chance. But only offer it to certain things, right? So that way you still maintain the theme of it, right? Because I think with the way they have it now, where it's all duration based, or you have to spend skill, like you have. Another problem is like Banished Lord's Talisman. Banished Lord's Talisman requires you to spend spirit or resources. However, most of your builds are using Starless Skies, so it cuts the cost of your skills. So what you end up doing is needing to spam more of your skill to actually get to that point where you can then overpower. Another issue with Banished Lords is that there are no real good passives on that amulet for the Druid. So you're always looking for like an Envenom amulet, things like that, and that really hurts. That the opportunity to use Banished Lords isn't really there. You're always going to swap it out because you need that Envenom amulet. You need those passive ranks.
I come back if you need the forge.
Other classes, it might not hurt that bad, but Druid, you really need that amulet slot, man. You have to have Envenom. You have to have. It's not really a choice.
Don't be a stranger. Come back soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's my whole point. It's like other classes you can overpower constantly. Druid, it's like you're jumping through hoops for pretty much all of your builds, right? It's like everything's like multiple conditionals or something that you have to, requirement you have to meet. You can't just spam, most of the time you can't just spam one skill. It's gotten better this season because of the changes to quick shift. Now you don't have to constantly swap. But then then you have the Zenith ring, which is like the MVP of the season for Druid because you can get a guaranteed crit overpower, and it has quick shift ranks and crit chance and height instances. So it's like
Gorgeous.
covers all your bases, and you get a big overpower multiplier. So every build is using that. Zenith ring is, you know, almost a must-have with everything that we currently have. didn't even temper any damage. I guess I could temper some overpower damage. That'll help my Kata. And then we'll go 10% chance for pulverize to hit twice. Let's do it. I don't want to use up all my leather. Oh god, it really wants me to use trample, huh? There we go. Okay. Let's go for some mobility here. That's good. Mobility here too. I'm not gonna go too crazy. And then just kind of get damage stuff. Because I'm gonna end up swapping this gear out anyway. Just give me overpower damage, guys. There we go. Man, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Forge is all. That looks worn. I can fix it.
Overpower damage it? Maybe? 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 Okay. Thank you. Back to you. No. No. Nice. 3 critical strike damage. Now, when I need critical strike damage, I'll get overpower damage. It's perfect. It's like the game knows. They know. They're watching. That's okay. That's fine. All right. Let's get at it. Like I said, I'll do some questing and stuff with the main quest. I actually want to play through the campaign. I skipped all the campaign at the start of the season in softcore, so I'm going to play through it in hardcore, but I'll do that off stream. So next time I stream, I will probably have this character completely leveled up, and then my Paragon will probably be somewhere around, like, I don't know, 200 or so. Maybe. Possibly. I just need a slightly better umbral. And get our there we go. Get that going. If I had boiling blood, I could probably do tier 3. It's so much easier to farm when you have that. Not tier 3, but whatever the difficulty's called. One below penitent or penitent. She has too many little orbs, man. Gotta make sure I don't waste my provocation. There she goes. Come back down. Grab these potions. Oh, I thought she was about to drop the AoE on me. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Ooh, I kind of like having the, that's okay. That was a pretty nice drop to get. See if we can't just get our overpower. There we go. Yeah, man, that Zenith ring just changes things up so much. You know, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do some quests just because I want to get my mercenary and start working on my rune words. I don't know. I can do that later. I'll do that later. I don't like to skip dialogue, so I know the story's not that good apparently, but that's okay. Someone sent me a message. Why do I do that? I have it marked now. I'm a bloody bird man.
It is done.
I forget if gold caches, do they give XP? No, they don't. Aha, that sucks. Never do that again. What did we get? There we go. Blood boiling. I'll put that over the umbral. We'll be okay without constantly spamming, I think.
Come back if you need the forge.
Don't dally. Hand it over.
Oh, we don't have retaliation yet, so I'll just put on my amulet. What am I saying? Probably a waste on my amulet, but that's okay. That is okay. Let's go to the jeweler. Let's go put some stuff in our jewelry and get some gems. Craft some diamonds. Craft some sapphires. And some rubies. All right. We're looking a little more tanky. Let's go buy our potions. Upgrade them. What is going on? Let me go. Thank you. That's why I like blood boiling. Just blow everything up. This is easily one of my favorite aspects in the game. It just sucks because it doesn't scale into the late game. It's such a nice aspect. Just throws out all these little explosive orbs you can pick up on the ground. It's really cool in my opinion. I wish they would buff it up really well so you could actually use it on a build doing like high tier content. I think I could probably go to the next tier now. Probably wait till I get more armor and resistances. No need to rush it. Tortured gifts. Slay cultists. What else is there to do? World boss. I don't think... Probably no one's at the world boss right now. Maybe they would be. It's okay. We don't need to do world boss. All right. Whoa. Gotta love all the dismounting. It's like, why even have a horse? Just get knocked off, run around for 30 seconds, get back on your horse. What's this one? We'll just go ahead and use my Cataclysm. I don't think I need to overpower with it now. Oh, come on. He teleported away. I'm probably going to get off here in a second, guys. I think my little ones need my attention. Oh no, I'm not doing this one. I hate this one. They should get rid of that. hate that one. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Not a big fan of this one, but that's because I don't like having my life drained. It gets so unreasonable, the amount of life drain this thing does. Although I don't know if they've updated. Probably not. It's probably still just as bad as it's ever been. I'm gonna hop out of here, Ace. Oh, there's a scroll. Interesting. Okay, so there are scrolls. Yeah, now I'm not dying. See my health bobbing up and down. That's okay. Okay, so we do have scrolls. So maybe you just, when you disconnect, you just disconnect and you don't have to use the scroll of escape. That'd be nice. Because I know I didn't, I myself did not teleport out of there. Oh, the Seething Abomination is up in PvP. That's always worth going and doing. I'll probably not do that, not in hardcore. Even though it's usually dead over there, I don't want to take the chance. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off and go spend some time with my little ones. If you guys are interested in any of my builds, they're always in the description of the videos I put out on YouTube at Nico Rex. But as always guys, hope you're having a great day or a great night, depending on wherever you're from. And peace out guys, I will see you in the next one. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more entertaining because my hardcore character should be a level 60. And I should have at least somewhat of a build going. So anyway guys, have